Artesos and Artos. That's pretty amazing.
That's right. In the red over here, at the top right, we have NewDawn. I don't know if you saw that on a previous screen, Artesos. We got somebody in that Marine poster cut out again. Over here in the upper left, we have...
All right, so this map, if you're diagonal positions, there's only 2 ways you can spawn, by the way, is across and then diagonal, not up and down.
Right.
But if you're horizontal positions, it's pretty good for this matchup because Terran can actually tank push through the thin area and hit your main. And that's pretty much what they should do. Going through the center doesn't really gain them a whole lot other than being able to hit a third and fourth base. But sometimes a really good timing push through that back part can be quite good. If it's diagonal, I don't know. You have to kind of play like Nada, and no one can do that yet. So
just Nada.
Yeah, who isn't even in GSL. So that goes to show you what a wild game this is.
It'd be pretty bad if not even Nada could play like Nada.
Yeah.
Now we have the Zerg going to go ahead and expand here. Hatch on 15. This is much healthier than the build order we saw previously.
We do have our Terran player actually going for gas, which is interesting because this guy so far has just shown us that he loves two barracks openings.
Artesos is going to be back here casting with you again.
Yes.
My voice is no longer hurting from that the 9 best-of-3s in a day.
Oh, I know. Thank God that's over.
I don't know if the viewers can even tell the difference, but the oven is on. Ladies and gentlemen, the oven is on. You are sounding quite fine today as well, Artesos.
Thank you.
You got actually double gas here.
Yeah, that's a very quick double
early
gas, even showing it to the drone, which tells us that he most likely has a very precise build order coming.
Yeah.
If you actually gas while you have a Marine chasing that drone around, then all that tells me is, okay, this guy knows exactly what he's doing. He's not changing it for anybody.
Yeah, sometimes we see builds where the player's much more interested in hiding stuff, seeing how quickly he can kill the scout, and then decides what to do. Clearly this is, as you said, or indicated, basically a very precise build. He's going to do this build whether he's spotted or not. I'm curious to see what it's going to be.
Yes, I am quite curious to see that as well. With a double gas, it could be a siege tank expander, it could be 2-port Banshee. I'm definitely think it's going to be one of those.
Yeah, I think those are the only 2 options.
With double gas, there's not a whole lot else you want to do. You know, that's what Terran has, it costs gas. And it's going to be double-port Banshee.
Yeah, you were right, and this is pretty good. Now, if the Zerg is caught up, wait, hold that thought. You know, he should probably not have made them there, but
yeah.
You can see
the Overlord should be able to poke in and see that, but he just has on patrol right there.
Yeah.
Interesting. You always want to skirt in a little bit, take a little bit of damage with that Overlord, see what you can see.
Right.
Too late now, though, Overlord. You're not getting any info.
That one big question is, how many Banshees is he actually going to show before he attacks? Sometimes we see people, get up to 4 or something like that. And by then the Zerg, doesn't have enough time to recover and kind of snowballs out of control. Layer on the way, by the way, at the expansion.
Very interesting that we do see already the Spine Crawler out. That means that he's expecting some Hellions.
Yeah. This guy likes to make all his units go on little patrol paths.
Yeah. It's a little bit weird.
It's kind of, I find it a bit strange. So he's got both the tech labs up on the way.
Oh, and the Hellion does make it by. Oh, wrong
Indeed
basis.
It does.
Yep.
One Hellion out.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
And the drones make a citizen's arrest.
Now, did he spot? He has spotted the double-port Banshee.
He has spotted it. Now, he has to react just right to this. Double-port Banshee is scary when you see it. You're like, oh, no, there's Banshees coming! But if you're just calm, you make the correct counters to this, which is either a ton of Queens or going Hydra.
Yeah.
It is not, in fact, Spire. I mean, obviously Spire's awesome against it, but you need to make a ton of Queens if you decide to go Spire, which it looks like our Zerg player is going to do.
Ooh, this could be bad.
Well, as long as he makes non-stop Queens out of both hatcheries, he's going to be fine.
Transfusion's a really good ability to use in this situation. You can heal your own Queens.
Absolutely, and that can swing the battle hugely. And in fact, both these Queen Stasis have a lot of energy right now. One transfusion ready on that, almost 2 on the other one. So they're going to do a good job against these 2 Banshees, but as more and more Banshees are produced, he's going to need more than 3 Queens, more than 4, more than 5.
You know, the Queens aren't even in position right now, which means he could get the Spire here. And Queens alone are not enough to hold this off.
He does have that Overseer just in case they have Cloak. And he loses a Banshee. Very sloppy right there.
Yeah.
And it looks like this Banshee rush is going to be a little bit slow, and he's gonna be taken out. And by the way, this is kind of interesting.
Well, hold on.
I've just found out.
Coming into the main.
It's going to be destroyed
easily.
Really messed up there. But as I was saying, the Spire is actually extremely quick this game. I was a little bit confused that it's already done, but he actually skipped Zergling speed and skipped Roaches, so his entire defense was 2 Queens and a Spinecrawler. A little bit risky, but it really paid off this game because he's going to have ridiculously fast mutas.
Yeah, that's a really good point, and I don't know if the Terran's entirely ready to recover from this. You can see he's making his barracks and stuff now. Vikings are up, but Vikings aren't particularly good against Mutalisks.
No. In fact, a lot of times if you see Vikings, you'll go Muta because they actually do beat Vikings reasonably well. But they do beat Overseers.
Yeah, apparently Overseers not very good against Vikings because they can't attack.
No, not at all.
That's too bad.
They are armored, so.
He did contaminate the Starport. Just a little something to slow him down. Less Vikings going to be out.
You have some mutas out here now. Roach Warren is going up.
Zerg doesn't have as many Mutalisks out as I thought he would have. He only has 3 out. Probably because he did get the Spire so fast.
Yeah, you know, he got his 3rd and 4th gas very, very late. And this is like the biggest mistake you can make. If you have only 3 mutas and he's going to Port Viking.
You do not want to be on the map.
Yeah, no, you want to wait until you actually have a good number of mutas, because if he actually makes enough Vikings to beat that, he's behind anyways.
Yeah, you need to have like that critical mass of mutas where you are actually the one in charge when air battles occur.
Yeah, you'd probably want to wait for about 8 in this situation. He's only lost 1 though, so it's all right for now. Our 4 Queens out there.
You know, the Zerg's doing a great job of pushing out on the map with creep tumors.
I gotta say though, he's got so many Queens tasteless.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. He should actually have more creep tumors out there.
Yeah, he should actually have creep tumors everywhere. He should have creep all the way across the map by now with this many Queens.
Now, he's staying with the Vikings. If the Zerg loses any more Overlords, he's going to be supply blocked. So he's got to be careful. I didn't really expect your Terran player to continue to crank out Vikings here, but he's doing it.
And he's making some medevacs as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's just going to 1-base all in here.
Not a bad idea.
This Terran does love to all in with a lot of Marines. Stem almost done. Combat Shield's almost done. Has a lot of Marauders and Marines.
Pretty sizable amount of Roaches here for the Zerg.
Yep.
You can see Terran's now hiding the Vikings.
Should probably bring those over.
Yeah, with the rest of his army.
Everything helps.
As you can see, decent number of Mutalisks. But he's going to spot that actually he's going to be under attack here.
Yeah, and he's actually got a lot of units right now.
You know what's interesting about this is that if the Vikings win the air battle, and the Mutalisks are gone, these Banshees are going to do so much damage to the Roaches.
Yeah. Banshees are pretty darn good against Roaches. No question about that. Now he's probably going to want to... Oh my god, his SCVs are coming tasteless.
Uh-oh.
This is what BitByBit Prime does. He does nothing bit by bit, he does everything all the way. Here we go! And the Roaches coming up, hitting SCVs. The Mutalisks targeting away, but not all that well. Didn't really kill a whole lot.
I think the Zerg is going to be...
He is in a tough spot here,
Yeah, this is pretty bad for him.
Yeah.
That should, in fact, be GG. A pretty straightforward game, bit by bit, just a superior player. Our Zerg player unable to kind of deal with what's going on in the early game, and therefore not able to transition properly into the late game or mid game.
Yeah, our Zerg player made a lot of mistakes this game, though. Should have gotten Banelings with Baneling speed, and whenever you go Mutalisks, you have to make them against the Marines. I mean, there's just not going to be any other way to kill these really high DPS, super functional units like the Marines. And NewDawn, the Slayer of Into the Rainbow, going to be taken out 2-0 by BitByBit Prime.
That's pretty brutal. I think we all had higher expectations from NewDawn, considering of who he eliminated.
Yeah.
One of the best players in the whole event. And this game is going to end very quickly.
Yeah.
Mark my words. Like, the Zerg basically has no drones.
Yeah, it's pretty low right now on everything.
Yeah.
But to be fair, the Terran lost all his SCVs during the battle.
Yeah, that's true.
And the
Let's take a look
supplies
back
are
here.
actually laughably close.
Oh my
20
God,
to 28.
that's actually hilarious.
NewDawn might actually end up. Wait a minute. I have to. Let me look at
we
this.
need to counter it.
Okay, the
Attack, perhaps?
if we look at the units, it's 5 drones against 13 SCVs and a mule. So the economy way better.
For the Terran.
Yeah. Really, he should be hitting. The Zerg should be hitting with his roaches.
Yeah, I mean, if there's
While
anything
trying
you
to
can do,
restore
it's a
his economy.
counterattack. But I think at this point in time with these Marines and Marauders,
Yeah, you're right.
and more on the way.
This is not going to be a winnable game for our Zerg player. And in fact, he's going to send all his SCVs and just go do it again because BitByBit Prime has one strat, and that's sending all your SCVs to kill your opponent.
He apparently really likes this. It does work. You can't really blame some of these Terran players for doing this because it does win games. And
Oh, it certainly
there's
does.
a lot of money on the line.
Phantom giraffes right there. Trying to come up, not in time, unfortunately, a little bit late.
Yeah.
Trying to micro back with these roaches, buy some time for the spine crawlers to burrow.
They are not going to
Yeah.
do
If he
their
had all
job.
those up, he actually would have been in a good spot.
Yeah, you certainly would have.
Too bad. Yeah. And NewDawn, he's like, I don't want to go out like this. But he is.
No, more Marines over here. Okay, NewDawn.
Drones trying to be roaches.
Drones with a bit of an identity crisis.
Well, that is it.
That was pretty straightforward. I hope you guys sent in some questions so Artosis can ask them. Congratulations to BitByBit.
Yeah.
He's going to get to the round of 16.
Round of 16 with
Damn.
SCV and Marine rushes.
I know. Wow.
Quite a strong strategy, as we see.
Indeed.
Good play by BitByBit.
After the interview, we do have another TDZ. In fact, we have Terrence in every single round today. We're going to have the Fruit Dealer against SC Foyu.
Yeah.
Not a lot of analysis really needed for those games back there. The Terran had better openers, better execution.
Yeah.
The Zerg seemed to be way outplayed, actually.
Yeah, it's funny because he dealt with this type of thing very well against Into the Rainbow, but here, he did not have any Banelings ready. That would have been the ultimate thing to help him out in both these games. If you go Mutalisk as a Zerg, you have to also go Banelings. It's That's simple.
True.
Marines are just so cost effective.
Well, this guy seemed like he was in such a big hurry to get ahead of the tech tree. He got the hatch on 10, which is very rare. We don't really see that in the first game. And then the next game, he didn't even get Zergling speed. He just rushed right to the Spire.
Yeah, that was the quickest Spire. Like, I couldn't even believe how quick that was.
I was caught off guard by that as well. So, that pretty much does
risky,
it.
man. If you're going to spend all your gas on that, then stuff like this is going to kill you. You need those Banelings. They're like the catch-all to stop Terran rushes.
You can't rush to stuff like that. And if a Terran that's going to one-base, that's one-base builds just beat that.
Yeah.
Because you didn't take the necessary steps to stop everything. And he lost. So that's too bad for him. I hope to see him again in future tournaments. But wow, congrats to BitByBit, our first guy of the day to go to the round of 32. The round of 16.
Yeah.
So, special thanks to our sponsors at Sony Ericsson. And don't go anywhere, guys, because we got an interview with Artosis coming up here in just a little bit. This is the GSL. I'll be right back. Take care.